As a small aside, I think this is not the right time to take the full journey, but I feel like you'll guide me like Master Wu did, and I'm the Kung Fu Panda at some
They only
point.
have one conversation. We're on our like
We
what?
didn't. Well, we're Jews and they weren't, so we talk too much. But the guide doesn't have to be with words.
You don't think Poe is Jewish?
It's debatable. We'll have to go back to
Really
the
liked food.
Wikipedia.
Yeah, okay.
Is there that you would guide me through some more intuition about the source code of our universe? Can you comment on where, since we last spoke, where your thinking has roamed around geometric unity, around that work in physics, in this fight?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out when to release it and how. I mean, I've released the video, and the video, quite honestly, I think it has a very bizarre reaction. I think one of the things that I've learned from the video, because the video is coming up on 500,000 views on YouTube alone, to say nothing of the audio. But yeah, it produced a very strange reaction. One of the things I don't think that I properly understood is that most physicists don't talk in this geometric language. I thought that more of the physics world probably had converted over into manifolds, bundles, differential forms, connections, curvature tensors, etc. And I saw a lot of the comments would say things like, I have a PhD in theoretical physics, and I'm not even familiar with all of these concepts. And I think that was probably a distortion coming from living in Cambridge, Massachusetts for almost 20 years.
So what's the solution to that?
Well, I mean, I can translate it into, I can make this make as much sense as anybody needs to. My problem is, my calculation is that as long as the boomers are still in charge, the same people have these perverse incentives on them where they've invested in these programs that didn't work. So they're extremely hostile and kind of difficult to deal with. The fact that I'm not a physicist has its own set of issues, which is that effectively it's like the hermit kingdom. They don't get any visitors, and they don't necessarily want somebody, rolling up and saying, I know how to do physics. So I'm always very clear. I'm not a physicist. That said, if I wait too long, I don't know that theoretical physics is really going to exist after the boomers, because everyone, and I think you had Wolfram on your program. I don't remember whether he said this to you or Brian Keating, but he said something like, everybody got discouraged. It was too hard. We can't do that, guys. We cannot do that. There's something about the renormalization revolution that enervated the physics community, because it taught them just because you can see in this energy regime doesn't mean you can extrapolate somewhere else unless you understand how, coupling constants run and what kind of UV fixed points exist, blah, blah, blah. Somehow that discouraged people from guessing, from believing. Everything became an effective theory. The beauty of the effective theory wasn't taken to be really the beauty of the universe, just the beauty of an energy level. So I think that renormalization was one of the most important revolutions that ever happened in science. And also its interpretation by the physics community was catastrophic. Well, the story I'm telling myself is that in part, I'm waiting for them to get weaker. But on the other hand, I don't know that we have any time left. And so
are you also thinking about ways of, the podcast medium is revolutionary for discourse, for I don't even know the right words for it. Are you thinking of revolutionary ideas for re-energizing the physics community? So basically for communicating geometric unity.
Look, I have a fantasy, okay? My fantasy is that all of these things are the same problem. And it goes back to this thing that I read about in Feynman's books about Tartaglia. They asked him this question, like, what's the greatest thing that ever happened in math? And he says, Tartaglia's solution of the cubic. It's just like the weirdest answer. So you're like, okay, I'll bite. Why is it Tartaglia's solution of the cubic? And he said, because it was the first time a modern person had done something profound that the ancients had failed to do. I was like, oh, I get it. the thing that opens up new psychology that says maybe things are possible again.
It's a new orchard.
New orchard. New farmers, new people who can find fruit that they can pick. And once you have one person do that, very often you get many. Like one of the things that we were talking about with Eddie Van Halen, the reason that he created a revolution and somebody like Roy Buchanan did not is that you could follow Eddie Van Halen. You couldn't pioneer it. And maybe you couldn't play as well and as cleanly and as fast and as inventively, but you could follow. Once you understand that there is a tapping principle, right? It was just the beginning of something called percussive guitar.
Mm-hmm.
My belief is that once we start innovating in the present, everything will come, because everything that around us is screwed up.